Yo, what's up? How are you? Hello, hello. What's the script? I do a few games and then we do a reaction stream. There's a few things to react. You're smoking hookah. Are you in a hookah lounge? Nice. Today comes Armor King, yeah? What time? Okay, this is the new stuff, yeah? Tomorrow. All right. Yo, yo. Medusa, you are carrying my days with your streams. Thank you. But today will not be very interesting. It's in the week, always week streams. Yo, Moha. What's up, what's up? You should only play on P2 for a week. Week is not enough. Make it a month. Marie's from Zoo trailer fucked my life. Yeah, it's insane. It is really insane. It doesn't look like a Tekken character, to be fair. Not at all. Yeah, Murray is a faggot. And he's a Jew. That's why he always victimizes himself. This is how you recognize that Murray is a Jew, because he's always a victim. Always. The grind? I don't really grind. I am GOD1 casually. I don't grind. GOD1 is just GOD, you can imagine. You know, if you are legit GOD, you can be GOD1 pretty consistent. I think GOD2 is hard. Yo, Vince. Yo, Nico. People with God Freeze can't get God or God 1 using Kazuya. Nah, they can't. Most of them, they can't. Impossible. This character is not a joke. Excuse me? Bro, you should have participated in EVO, would have been fun. Ach bro, I can't be asked for all these faggots. Everyone hates me and I hate everyone, I don't care about this. They think I am crazy and a tinfoil head. Let them think. I don't need to prove to anyone anyway how good I am. Ananı sikeyim. Fergus knocked down this guy. Fuck that, man. That guy has never won a single fucking set in a tournament against me ever in his life. Not offline, not online. Never. But all of a sudden he beats me? Don't make me laugh. Oh, we can reach the wall like this actually. True. Let's try to see how it would look if you reach the wall with 3 free ones and then do CD1 plus 2 the damage I wanna see. Yeah, where shall I stand? Ah, shit. Tricky. Ananı sikim. Well, this combo is too hard on P1, man. I can't do this on P1, man. It's too hard. Okay, I can. I should have done CD1 plus pseudo. Mask cool. Back in the day it was cool, now it's gay. Now it stands for fart, jokes and shilling. Okay, fuck it. My head is starting to hurt. How do I do free EWGF? I've been trying for 6 months? There's multiple ways you can do it. Either mash free electric, run up, down forward 1, down forward 2, or do 2 electric and 1 dash electric. You can do however you want. I show you 2 ways, okay? 2 ways. Whichever you find more comfortable, do that. Yeah, Heihachi doesn't count. There you need to do 4 or 5. So. See, this has no timing. I just did it. You see? I am not using any timing. I'm just mashing and running up. But you got to be able to do free quick. Free EWGF quick. Then you don't have to bother with anything. Is that all this guy does? Down forward 2, 1, down forward 2, 1. Is that really all? Well, that was obvious. But he doesn't do anything else but this absolute faggot. I guess I have to deal with it. Oh, this guy is so shit. Yeah, do your eats, shit. Yeah, he's really ass. But we have to deal with it, what shall I say? Taking it. Nah, not you, you shit cunt, not you. This works against you, not against me, man. Fuck you. Uh-oh. Shit. I low parry. It didn't work. Ay. Hä? Guys like this is the reason why Tekken 8 is shit. I'm dead. I did grab. Ah. ducked? What the fuck? Alright. Fucked up. Outplay. Maybe I didn't hold down back properly. Medusa, can you react to down back 4? At weekend, probably. Today not. Today I am coming from work. I'm not on point and stuff. Okay. Alright. Okay. Nice. Alright. Bro, I need to kill the opponent 8 times, man. This character is so shit. Nice. That was good. Okay. Well played. I tried. Medusa, have you tried Gamba Obsidian 2? I'm not gonna buy another fighting stick for this dog shit game.
Get ready for the next battle.
It's not worth my money. That's why I can keep a cool head when the controller turns off. Maybe I do like, that's unfortunate and shit. But at the end of the day, I don't care because... First of all, I'm way better than all of these guys. Second of all, I don't care even if they win. Because who cares? The game is broken. You can lose to anyone.
For the next battle.
I don't take this shit serious. Is Fergus better than you? If you think he's better, he's better. I won often against Seth. No, it doesn't work. It's fake. Nice. Good shit. This ain't demon mode. This ain't demon mode. The 2% method. Just the 2% method shit. Why would you hate me? Because you're a faggot Jew, man. I hate Jews. Fuck off, man. Fari Bors, I don't care about him if Bandai Namco doesn't care, you know what I mean? If the developers don't care, why would I care? It doesn't seem like a healthy response. Okay. Alright, you stand up and attack. Interesting way to get up. I'm gonna remember that. Shit. Nice, okay. Obvious health suit. Bro, that was swag. Bro, I'm so much better than these guys. It doesn't matter when the controller turns off. Alright. Alright. Okay. I'm dead.
Round 4. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Yo, what's up, Johnny?
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
Uh-huh. Nice connection. His PC is dying. Why do they always cuck me like this, bro? They lose, and then the PC starts to flash red. Fuck your mother. You shit cunt, man. Can you not play fair? Alright. You only won because my controller turned off. Don't hype it. Okay, then run.
Round 2. Fight.
Where's the bastard confidence now, you prick? Where is it? What happened? Where's the confidence now?
Sometimes I need to remember just to breathe. Sometimes I need you.
What's up with your... Bro, I don't know, man. I just have no idea. Some Jewish shit. That doesn't work anymore, they patched that out.
Next battle.
Yeah, I show you luck. I show you luck.
Fight.
Ah, fuck this shit. Oh, man. You need a cool custom like Duelist so people get scared. Oh, when they see my name, they get scared already. Don't worry about it. I don't need an outfit. Use Tekken 7 outfit. Outfit is trash. Yeah, trash is now a little bit fucking over the top, bro. How is this trash? Trash it is not. Surely it is not trash. I remember yesterday when I said who screamed like a monkey in the crowd and Exist said... Poor King J, fuck that guy, man. Man, my execution is in the bin on P1 today. Can't get that perfect. In the bin. I feel like Kaz should still have his down forward 1, forward 2. Yeah, that would be cool, but it wouldn't be a game changer. Are we bugged or? I think what Kazuya would be cool and it wouldn't make him broken if he had back to 1. Just back to 1, bro. That's enough. Just back to 1. Because it wouldn't change much. You would just do as much damage as everyone else. Like, let's be honest, Kazuya's damage they say is high, but it's low. Kazuya's damage is low. That has to be acknowledged. And because you can't do the optimal combo most of the time, because it's kinda ass. Like, you can get above average damage if you break your fingers. But in real, like, stress situations, you watch Keisuke and stuff, on the highest level, this character is too hard to pilot against all the garbage that you fight against. You just forget to do the good combos, or if you attempt them, your hands are so jittery, you will drop them anyway. Like, it's just... It's one of those, you know? Yeah, I can also all the time go for this combo, but when the mind games are difficult, then I can't. But I would rather have everyone else nerfed than him buffed, honestly. We don't need buffs. Where is everyone? Why did they leave, all these faggots? Yo, Ghost, what's up, man? Yo, Perfect Godfist, what's up, man? Medus, you used to say a faggot now, he will get banned after 1 day back on Twitch. Boah, when I'm back on Twitch and I can't say faggot, that will be shit. Like a dead vibe, I can't lie. I love saying faggot. It's my favorite word. Absolutely my favorite word, bro. By a mile even. Okay, let me focus. Ah, nice, good. Did you improve? Nice. No, no, no. Good shit. Nice block. Okay. He waited. Is he watching the stream or what? Okay, chat. This is my last match, and then we watch some videos, chill a little bit, and yeah. Oh. Nice, okay. No more T8s. Yeah, we just watched a video about T8. Someone made a video about it. I'm curious. Nice. Good shit. Okay. Obvious health suit. Alright. Okay, GG's. That's enough. I hope you enjoyed the little show. That quickly, yeah, my mom is here, you know, and she doesn't like it when I smack the stick. That's why I was like trying to play a little bit more slower and sidewalk everything and shit. Can we laugh at the main man? If there is something that he posted which is retarded, we can, but he didn't. As far as I'm concerned. Alright. Someone posted something. I'm gonna like write a new title and then you will know what this is about, yeah? Why would you hate me? Because you're a faggot Jew, man. I hate Jews. Fuck off, man.
I wanted to.
Okay. It's called Tekken 8 sold its soul for views.
I want to take you back.
Let's see what this young man here has to say.
Back to the very first Tekken 8 trailer. The rain, the punch, the sweat. The camera gliding over the models that look like they had just stepped off a CG
I'm gonna
render farm
put on a
and into
t-shirt,
the
yeah.
fight itself. It was really a shut up and take my money moment. After Tekken 7's incredible run, this looked like a slam dunk and a generational leap. Fast forward to now. Heat pops mid-screen, you hold block, your life is melting away. I mean, new stance into guess again. A 20-second combo route that carries you coast to coast, wall to wall. The whole round just starts to feel like a highlight reel. But for someone else, somewhere along the way, Tekken 8 stopped feeling like Tekken and started to feel like Unga? Unga isn't that you're mad that you lost. Unga is when the system just gives you a Super Saiyan timer and just tells the other player to hold that. I mean, defense stops being a decision and it just starts being a waiting room. And that's the feeling that a lot of players are talking about. But to understand how we got here and how it could get fixed, we should probably rewind. Tekken has had a few everybody knows this game moments. Tekken 3 on PlayStation blew the doors open. I mean, I remember this vividly when it came out. Tag M5 made lab monsters out of everyone. And 7 was the one that really broke into the mainstream era. It lived forever. Arcade, console, PC, tournaments every weekend. Trickles of DLCs that came in whether you loved it or hate it, but it kept the conversation going. But the real glue was that Tekken 7 still felt like Tekken. You played your opponent as much as you played the character. You could slow the game down. You could step back, backdash, take turns. It was a footsie game. So when 8 rolled out with its jaw-dropping trailer, the expectations wasn't just prettier models. It was same soul, new engine, just brought into the new dimension. And I don't want to hand-wave just how difficult that is. Moving a decades-old series onto new tech with competitive expectations, a global audience, and a content treadmill. It's pretty brutal. You're threading a needle between accessibility, expression, and esports watchability. You're shipping a TV show and a fighting game at the same time. After Tekken 7 became the best-selling Tekken ever, I mean 12 million plus, the mandate for 8 wasn't more of the same. It was go bigger, launch everywhere, and don't lose the soul. Now, Tekken 7 Japanese arcades in March 2015, then updated to Fated Retribution in July 2016, and only after that did the console and PC release arrive in 2017. This essentially meant that Tekken 7 had years of arcade versions to sand down any issues that it had. Unfortunately, Tekken 8 didn't. For the first time in mainline Tekken, the team would have to build for simultaneous worldwide console and PC launch. Now, that forced them to rethink how they would prototype, balance, and ship. And that is not a small process. Katsuhiro Harada, the chief producer, and Kohei Nakatsu Ikeda, the director.
You know why I call this BS? You know why I call this BS? I could have understood this argumentation if we were still in season 1. But we are almost season 3. If they wanted to really fucking change the script and shit, I would say they had the whole first season as an arcade release. But the problem with the game is that the philosophy of the game is not directed towards fixing the game. They want it to be that way. What do you think? I just learned there are no balance adjustments, even minor ones, for the AK update. I think I'm done until at least February, March for season 3. Yeah, I think it's not gonna become better because this is like their philosophy. This is their vision. And their vision is not to make a game for the Tekken audience anymore. They want to create a new community. Like, they want to just make a new everything. I can tell because when you look at it, when you talk also with the people that are now the Tekken community that started with Tekken 8, they have a different vibe. They are like bots. It's very hard to describe. But you can't have even conversations with them if you ever noticed. Or they just call you things or like try to do ad hominem attacks and try to attack your persona. Or try to find any weakness that makes your argument all of a sudden invalid or something. Like, I see that all the time.
Have been pretty open about how different this project was. Tekken 7's initial arcade build was about 10% of Tekken 8's in scope and
only the pros and the tournaments matter. I don't even think the pros matter, if I'm honest. I don't even think they matter. Because if they mattered, they would have like fixed the game for competitive level. The game is at the moment kinda in shambles, even competitively. You see people winning against Knee where you be like, how is that possible? But they are making the game for casuals, and the pro players are just playing because they need to make bread. So they are like employees at this point, the pro players. It's not like a hobby anymore, it's really being employed. And the game is designed for the person that watches and not the person who plays. If you didn't notice, like, kinda, the game is not really made for the one that is actually investing time into it. It's more for the person that just watches it and could potentially invest time.
and cost. I want you to read that again. The starter version of 7 was a tenth of what 8 had to be at version 1. Harada also compared Tekken 8's cost to those of the original Tekken games from the 90s. Tekken 1 in 1994, Tekken 2 in 1995, Tekken 3 in 1997. I mean, he estimated that the Tekken 8's development cost was about 10 times higher than those of the earlier titles. No arcade safety net, no region by region soft launch, just one giant first impression to the whole world. That's why 8's debut had so much spectacle baked in. Heat, bigger visuals, louder hit sparks, longer camera works. I mean, the team needed a statement that landed on day one. Big swing first and then just iterate later.
Okay, more cost. More cost, and then having a Nike shoe from Jin and a fucking watch in Kazuya design and a Chipotle fucking collaboration, and then that collaboration and this collaboration. But does it make the game better to play? Not really, right? What am I supposed to do with this? Like, it's like the game, the money allocation is not right there. And also, if you really look into the Bandai Namco has made a lot of... they fucked up basically with a few gacha games and spent like 70 million on like a DEI company that was like a rebranded Sweet Baby Inc. thing. They made Awakening 9, I think it was called, that flopped completely. And now they want to make like Tekken as mainstream as possible so they can milk as much as they can to make up for like what they lost in other things, which is really fucked up. But they really do this, and you can tell by look at the Tekken shop, for example, and look at the season pass, like this like Tekken pass thing. It feels almost as if they don't even know what to put there at this point. They just put something. You have no incentive to. There is nothing. If we're really honest, there is really nothing.
Now, Harada talks about balancing the two constituencies that often want opposite things. Players who crave fair, expressive games, and stakeholders who just need it to hit so that the business can sustain it.
Stakeholders. This is very important. This person now, imagine, is an Ashkenazi. No, okay. So imagine now BlackRock and Vanguard. They bought a lot of shares on Bandai Namco. And BlackRock and Vanguard are these guys here, and they are enforcing this like weird vibe into Tekken, where they are trying to make it like super corporate now, and it doesn't really matter what the community wants because they are looking past the community. They don't care about the community anymore. It's very important to know the shareholders of Bandai Namco and how much they bought recently, specifically also in Tekken 8.
He points to Tekken 4 as the cautionary tale. When you change too much in the wrong direction, you'll pay for it for years to come. That tension, innovation versus identity, risk versus retention, I mean, it just hangs over every decision that you feel when you press a button in Tekken 8. And you can hear that tug of war in every change note. Stack on top of that the realities of AAA game development. The team scaled up massively, multiple studios, shipping while an audience was watching in real time. I mean, the launch landed.
Don't you think that even customization in Tekken 8 is just TikTok-like hype fashion? Well, I don't really mind that in the sense of, okay, they get their inspiration from the culture. Nowadays, maybe I am 30 and this TikTok fucking culture is not my vibe, but they are not like targeting me specifically, so this is fine. But the quality is low. That's the problem. When you look at Tekken Tag Tournament 2 customization, bro, that didn't cost you an ounce, but it is 3 times better than whatever we have now. That's the fucking issue.
Strong, 2 million copies in the first month, but success cuts both ways. You can see the human fingerprints most clearly in how Season 2 unfolded and how the studio responded. The player said, "You promised a buff defense, but the offense is still strong and he runs the show." The team would post balance changes acknowledging that there are problem areas. Heat smash tracking, get up flow, overtuned offense. They pushed patches to rein that in without erasing the game's core identity. And that is a very nasty tightrope. I mean, the balance changes literally says, tone down smash tracking, improve defensive options for knockdowns, stabilize offense and defense ratio, all things that the community had been asking for. And here's the messy truth. The vision made sense on paper. Ikedo's pitch for Heat was aggressive Tekken. Some might say that Tekken is a defensive game at its core. There's lots of footsies, there's poke and backdash metas, and Ikedo's pitch for Heat was to emphasize initiative and make the neutral visible to new eyes. Give every character a once per turn ignition. It's my turn and I'm cashing it in. But when you remove the arcade buffer and go straight to 10 million plus eyeballs, and you're a studio who...
What is the new thing that Tekken 8 brings and Medus and you like it? Recoverable health for combos. and the graphics is good, but I don't like the style. It's too quirky. I do like that Tekken 6 style. The characters don't pop out of the screen. It's like all over the place, all these explosions and shit. Yeah, graphically good, yeah, but implementation dog shit. With the fucking capabilities that we have nowadays, 3080s, 4080s, Unreal Engine 5 and all this shit, they could have done something cooler in my opinion. It's the art direction that I don't like. You know? I do like more gritty, grounded vibes. Tekken 6 vibe, underground vibes. I don't like this fucking shit vibe here, whatever this is, man.
Don't have the experience.
Here, this vibe. I don't like this vibe. That's fucking my issue. I just don't like the vibe.
Like many other companies, to be fair, of iterating on the fly, releasing openly to everyone. Whoa, it's gonna be difficult. And what would happen? Nerf this, add risk here, team tracking here. All this would happen in front of everyone. Pros, casuals, investors. I understand the frustration that many Tekken fans are feeling. A veteran team tries to reinvent Tekken without the runway that historically saved them from their own boldness in the past. They shipped a gorgeous, loud, polarizing, hyper-aggressive version of Tekken. They took many punches from the community, and when the players said this tilted way too far, they put it in writing about how they would pull it back, and they actually started doing that. We can respect the attempt, but we also need to judge the outcome. Now, this problem isn't about effort, it's about the North Star. They built a show first and the fight second. Let's talk about Heat for a moment. The big idea that made sense on paper. Heat is a universal power-up mechanic. Mid-match, it's easy to understand. It's got big sounds, big glow, big roots, and it gives every character a go button that produces TV readable momentum. It also flattens the old knowledge tax, where a newer player...
I think this mechanic is shit. Heat burst. Does anyone agree with this? I just don't like this mechanic. It makes combos sloppy. You know, when they extend it with the heat burst in the combo, I hate this also so much. It's so ugly, man. And it takes you out of the, like, you know what is cool about Tekken? You have the 1 button, 2 button, these are your 2 jabs normally. And then 3 and 4 for your legs. So you have maximum kind of immersion. You are the character. But when I press a heat burst and I watch this shitty cutscene, this gets me out of the situation. It's weird a little bit. I don't know what to say. Or the fact that when I hit a heat engager, I have to go into heat. It's like a disadvantage automatically. Sometimes, like some characters, for example, let's take the matchup Steve versus Law. A Law player will use something very punishable at the start of the round, so that the Steve player may need to use Sonic Fang. Then the Steve is in heat, and then the Law just runs away until his heat is empty. And then the Law goes into heat, and because of his game design, he stays in heat for the entirety of the round. What is this fucking game? Like, why can I not even decide if I wanna, like, heat engage now? Let me just decide, at least. Like, at least let me decide.
player had to master deep movements just to feel the game's flow. But now, you just pop heat. You get agency, you can do something in 10 seconds that would have taken you 10 months in the older games. This isn't just Tekken. The genre has been moving this way for a while now. Power Stone, Bloody Raw. Street Fighter went from saving your meter for supers to V-triggers to a drive system that turns neutral into constant power decisions. And why? It's because mid-match power windows create highlights. Highlights travel well. Highlights sell. So in a pitch deck, the recipe is coherent. Give everyone a mid-match power window. You don't have to earn it, you just get the power and you execute whenever you want. This was supposed to be a ramp for intermediates without deleting mastery. Now stream viewers can tell when something important is happening. I mean, that's the theory. And if you only play training mode, I mean, that's great. 8 feels amazing. The movement is smooth as butter until you decide to go online and then you run into 3 problems that stack. Tracking beats movement. Sidestep is butter on paper, but the wider tracking, I mean, buffed homing and heat engages vacuum you back in. You step, but the game says, nah bro, where you going? Number 2, the stance guessing game. Oh my gosh, the stance guessing game.
That is the worst part about Tekken 8 in my opinion. The stance guessing game. Like, there is a dude in Europe, in case any Americans are here, his name is Truth. He's the biggest faggot that you could ever imagine in terms of gameplay. Yeah? I don't know him. But he is a Fujin in Tekken 7 and a God 1 in Tekken 8 with Lars. He has no fundamentals. He doesn't know how to punish most of the time. But he just mixes you. Like, he just does the same generic dog shit, and sometimes you just happen to lose, kinda. Sometimes you just lose, you know he is ass, and he dodges and cherry picks and all the shit, but the fact that he can make you lose even if you're trying sometimes is annoying, bro. And that's only because of the stance gameplay, and then last players from NA specifically always gaslight and say, yeah, just lab the matchup. What am I supposed to lab there? Are you retarded? Like, it's just horrible, man. It's just horrible.
You block correctly, and the attacker still stays on plus, stays in stance, forces coin flip into coin flip. I mean...
Oh, that is Lars, or who is that? No, this is Victor. Victor is also a good example for this, actually.
You read
Victor
them
also
correctly,
can do
but
this.
the system still
But I would say
rewards
Lars is worse.
autopilot. Heat plus recoverable plus heat smash. I mean...
Here, this one you got wrong, in my opinion. Heat plus heat smash plus recoverable heat. What about plus rage plus install? So you have heat, rage art, rage damage, install, heat smash, everything at once, and I am standing there like, huh? What else do you want? Like, okay, now I look at you, you play the game, and I try to just somehow survive.
Plus recoverable plus heat smash. I mean, this thing chips through block. This results in end of heat checkmate scenarios. The game is telling players to put your foot on hyper aggression at all times. Before we get to any potential fixes, let's just look at the community.
This is also a very interesting point. I said that Tekken 8, the matches never have a second of like neutral where they don't press. And then someone made fun of me in Twitter saying, yeah, but he acts as if he doesn't press all the time also. Yeah, but that is the fucking point. Everyone has to do it in order to survive. This is what we are fucking saying. We're not saying, oh, look, this guy is doing that. We are saying the game is designed in a way where you just have to press all the time. You just have to press dig jab, dig jab, down 4, sidestep, jab, down 4, heat burst, something all the time, power crush. Just don't stop pressing. If you are wrong, do something else, but do something. And this is just tiring, you know? It's not an interesting... There is no footsies. It's just they take one dimension out of Tekken completely. It is also good for the pace of the game to sometimes just chill and wait and breathe and see the timing. When does he go in? When does he not go in? But apparently the devs be like, no, because when I watch that, I don't like that part of the game. I find it boring, so we remove it. Huh? But you make the game for the people that play it and not for the people that only watch it, especially not for Michael Murray. The faggot.
Pulse. Tekken 8 would launch on January the 26th, 2024, after months of hype and build-up, and day one felt like a coronation. The camera swooped, the models glistened, and Heat said, "It's my turn now." Clips went everywhere. Streams spiked, everyone agreed on one thing. Tekken had never looked this good. Then the matches actually started. You sidestepped and it tracked. You blocked right and it's still their turn. Round over, coast to coast highlight reels for someone else. and you started to see the same captions over and over. Why is Sidestep losing here? Why is it that when I block, I still have to guess again? And why is Heat the answer to everything? Week 2 became a chorus. What are we playing? The player or the flowchart? The word Unga stopped being a joke and started to feel like a design choice. And to their credit, the team came out and they didn't hide behind anything. They were open, as difficult as that is. Season 1 patch would land and they published a rare balance policy in plain English. Turn down smash tracking, give defenders a breath off the floor, rebalance the offense to defense ratio. I mean, it read like, yeah, we hear you guys, we'll fix it and we'll put it back. The patches landed, the players tested it out, and yeah, some of the numbers moved, some stuff was erased, and yet, the round to round feeling just kept slipping. You'd hold a clean block and then you'd eat a second scripted guess, and oh my...
Wait a minute. When the new headshot of Brian released, it was -12, right? That is a statement, I am just imagining now Mishima Star on his iPad with cum stains everywhere, sloppy, writing those patch notes and just be like, okay, this headshot now is -12. What did he think when he did that? Do they think? Or, man, the list is endless of moves that make no sense.
Guys, characters who were just stacked with stance into stance until the only option left was just to either you bet with them or you die trying. By season 2, it was Whiplash. The messaging said defense, but the matches just kept saying keep going. And top players would spell it out between sets. The momentum is just too cheap, and they don't end, and the reads just don't play. So here we are. Not a collapse, but more of a crossroads. A community that's tired of hearing defense in patch notes and not in the actual game itself, and a dev team that has shown that they'll swing. Now they're being asked to swing harder and cleaner. But I want you to think about your last 5 ranked losses. Did you lose to them, or did you lose to a tree that you could feel coming but you couldn't legally interrupt? If you said tree more than them, then that's the point of the whole video. End the autopilot, make movements actually matter, and let the rounds breathe. Because the show is great, but Tekken Soul is 2 humans reading each other, not 2 scripts reading you. And no, the community doesn't need new DLCs, new guest characters. It's not about that. There is a structural issues here that needs to be resolved. This is a legendary franchise. It's got amazing characters that we love and we've grown up with. Jin, Kazuya, Heihachi, Armor King, Nina, Anna, Yoshimitsu, and many more. Keep your guest characters, but just give us a way to play the player again. And none of that means revert the game back to 7. It just means fix the structure, not the wardrobe. From my last video, Street Fighter sold the service. They perfected the live service model with Street Fighter 6. Keep coming back every time Capcom rings the bell. Tekken 8's potential sin was selling spectacle. Make every round broadcast ready, turn it into a Michael Bay movie. Now we've taken a timeline as to how we actually got here, but let's talk about esports for a second. And is it actually working? Are people actually still playing this game? Evo as the thermometer. Now in Evo 2024, Tekken 8 pulled in around 4,651 entrants. That's enormous for a first year's bracket. Evo 2025, they pulled in around 2,521. That's nearly half.
Okay, here I need to give you context. Evo sign-ups for the second season, they were before the patch released. So even when the entries were half of what they were before, even that half would have been another half if the entries were after the season 2 patch came out. But people didn't even know how the game is gonna be in season 2, and it was only that many. I guarantee you, if they would have done it after the patch got released, no entries, bro. Like Evo Japan, bro, no entries. I promise you, no entries. Evo Japan would have been empty. Later on, people said like, okay, you know what? I already signed up, but I don't wanna go because the game is so horseshit. I think one of the people that said that was Ty. It was really crazy.
The show got louder, but the
Yo,
line
salam,
got
salam.
a lot shorter. If EVO 2024 was the coronation of Tekken 8 on the big stage, 2025 unfortunately was a reality check. Tekken also runs a similar model to Capcom Cup. Its backbone is the Tekken World Tour. The publisher runs year-round points, clear tiers such as Dojo, Challenger, Master, Master Plus, and then the finals. It gives the pros something to grind, TO something to anchor, and sponsors something to buy. And then with the next layer after that is the Esports World Cup. This is a Saudi-backed mega event, big stages, big checks. I mean, it doesn't fix the balance issues or the goodwill that's been lost, but it keeps the top talents orbiting and puts Tekken on the mainstream timelines for at least a few more weekends every year. And for layer 3, you've got open big bracket majors such as Combo Breaker, CEO, and EVO. When the game is vibing, these all explode. And when the mood turns, attendance and not viewership are usually the first to take a massive hit. And I tell you what, the mood has definitely turned. So to ask the question, is Tekken Esports alive? Yes, but it's on 3 legs. A publisher circuit with guaranteed storylines, a global super event pouring oxygen onto prize pools, and a still massive, if not a little bit smaller, open scene. Put in one sentence, Tekken Esports isn't dying. It's propped. I mean, it's not flying, and it's probably, or let's say potentially, one really good patch away from explosive liftoff.
I don't believe this one big patch, only one patch left, it's gonna get better, blah blah blah. This is the direction they wanna go, this is the philosophy, we got to deal with it till Tekken 9. And I think Tekken 9 is gonna come out earlier than we think. Really, much earlier. Tekken 8 might be one of the shortest fucking Tekkens ever. When it comes to Tekken competitive, I think it's gonna be very short-lived. Very short-lived.
So here's a non-techie version for how they could turn 3 knobs so that Tekken starts to feel
How about
like
Tekken Tag 3? Well, if we would speak about competitive, like, no, if we would speak about like competent, intelligent, human beings that are designing this game, that know what they are doing, I would say, hey, cool, maybe a Tag 3 would be even cooler, playing 2 characters at the same time, but these absolute Down syndrome retards can't even manage to have only one character on the screen. And you think they can balance the game when there is like these different chemistries between the individual characters and the combos and stuff? Nah. Let them just do a normal son of a bitch Tekken, bro, and leave me the fuck alone, bro. These motherfuckers are absolute garbage.
Number 1, end autopilot turns. If I block your big flashy move, that turn should end. No more block and it's still their turn, and guess what? Guess again. Make the cash out end momentum and not start a new coin flip. Number 2, make movement actually count. Good sidesteps should actually dodge things, and dial back the worst auto tracking. Step 3, actually let the rounds breathe. Trim one combo extender across the board and soften chip damage outside of the true super movements. Shorter routes, fewer 20-second reels, and more chances to actually think. And personally, I would love to see the option of having a classic neutral version of the game. I mean, we could have one main version, or then we could tune it up to have a secondary version without heat smash or anything like that. Just typical old school Tekken. Now, before we swing the big hammer and answer the question as to whether Tekken 8 sold its soul for broadcast and flashiness, let's check Namco's own books. Tekken 8 didn't stumble out of the gate. It actually blasted past 2 million in weeks and cleared 3 million inside year 1, and that has been faster than 7. On the corporate side, when you read Bandai Namco's financial reports, the digital segment, this is the bucket that Tekken lives in. And
Yeah, but bro, like I need to say also to this person, this is a very low IQ view of this situation. Very low IQ. Why? Tekken 8 is reaping the benefits of Tekken 7. Tekken 7 was a huge success, and the game before Tekken 7 was dog shit in terms of success. So Tekken 7 pulled the game out of the woodworks, and it really like popped even at the end of its lifespan. And then Tekken 8 comes out, and on the premise of how good Tekken 7 was, the people bought Tekken 8. Okay? If Tekken 7 wasn't the success it was, Tekken 8 wouldn't have sold 3 million. That is not indicative of how successful the game is. They could have sold way more if it wasn't as garbage as it is. Okay? Who cares about 3 million? They could have sold 5, 6 million. But the game is just too bad.
tell you what, it's posting profits. The integrated report literally calls Tekken 8 a notable success, and that is not bankruptcy language. Harada says Tekken 8's dev cost is 2 to 3 times Tekken 7, and after some in-depth research, they're likely landing between $50 to $80 million based on industry math, plus a $50 million marketing blitz. I would ballpark between the $100 million to $130 million total. Now, 3 million units at $60 to $70 pulls in about 180 to 210 million gross. When you take away costs, that nets them between 125 to 150 million after fees. DLCs like $6 characters and $5 stages adds millions more. Execs are happy and sales hit break even, and as long as the esports pack streams, Tekken 7's long tail proves that gripes don't actually kill growth. I mean, yes, the community ranting about Unga and paid stages, that stings, but they actually don't tank revenue. And
This is wrong. This is wrong. They tanked revenue because they lost potential revenue. He just sees the revenue in front of him and thinks like, okay, this is more than before. But who says that it couldn't have been way more than what you are seeing right now? Tekken 8 had way more advertisement budget. It got advertisements completely differently. It had WWE advertisement. It had Tekken 7 backing the whole project and all this shit. And for the retention of the player base, it did horrible. Horrible. Completely dog shit. The retention is awful. They could just sell the first year because they were like the people still like we were positive towards Bandai Namco. We were not so negative. They had like a good reputation because Tekken 7 we had fun. We had complaints because we wanted the game to be even better since we knew okay, this dog shit Tekken 8 vibe was there already in Tekken 7 but for individual characters. Okay? And individual characters, now you have, for example, Akuma 2D was shit, I understand, but now everyone is 2D, because everyone has meter. Kunimitsu was dog shit because she was broken and too easy, now everyone is broken and easy. Zafi, like, the list is endless. There were these typical characters that everyone was complaining about, and we wanted minus this, and the game was good. But... and then very disingenuous also when people talk about how backdashing made Tekken worse and then bring up Kunimitsu. Yeah, it is not surprising that when you say that Tekken 7's backdash, you would just run away and then keep out, like Noctis. You know, the characters that Speed Kicks and FDX played, this is their subjective opinion, but while your character is moving at Tekken Tag Tournament 2 speed, everyone else was stuck in the mud. Okay, but those were not all the characters that behaved that way. Devil Jin, Brian, Heihachi, Kazumi even, Miguel had a very good backdash, but it was not something that is so over the top that it made the experience bad. But Kunimitsu, Alisa, of course, I agree. But they make the convo always about only, yeah, now this is representative of the entire cast, and that's why Tekken 7 is worse than Tekken 8, and that's why we shouldn't be able to backdash all of a sudden. It's just very disingenuous. Fuck you, Adrian, the main man, Sui, because you're one of the number one people that do this all the time. Suck my fucking dick. Actually, not, you would probably do it.
On a more personal note, as someone who's been in the gaming program delivery space for over 10 years, I've been responsible for leading teams in large budgets and having conversations in boardrooms when a game is making money versus when the game isn't making money, and I tell you what, it's night and day. Execs will happily eat some community gripes as long as the sales are coming in. Unfortunately, that leaves people like Harada and Ikeda as the public punching bag, and trust me, it's truly not a fun position to be in. So here's my answer. Did Tekken 8 sell its soul for broadcast and the spectacle? I don't think it sold its soul. I think it pawned it. On the books, that move paid, units moved, DLC runway is funded, and they marked the project as a notable success. The broadcast and spectacle works for now, but pawning their soul away has come with a painful interest. Spectacle and flashiness in the game buys curiosity, but it doesn't always get people to stay for the long term. And if this new version of the game means I blocked right, but then I have to block the sequel, in the long term, we risk seeing entries dip in tournaments, weeklies thin, discounts deepen, and DLC attach softens. It's a question of money today versus the mood tomorrow. They traded a chunk of what makes Tekken Tekken for a season of spectacle, broadcast hype, and for new eyes, with a plan to buy back some of that soul through patches and iterations. And yes, some of that buyback has already started, but some of it really needs to be happening a lot faster.
Where was the
and
buyback?
Some of it needs to be braver, without always thinking about the bottom dollar. You can keep the Michael Bay.
Half my friends dropped the game. And that's a lot of people. I swear, where is the buyback? Where are, bro? Where are the people? They dropped the game, they didn't come back. A lot of my friends don't play this game anymore. And the ones that do still play, they play it once a week. You know, once, twice a week. Then they insult themselves, say, why did I do this to myself again? And essentially, a lot of people treat this like crack, you know? You always tell yourself, I'm just gonna stop taking this, you know, this is bad for you. After you take it, you feel like shit. But, you know, you keep taking it. That's addiction.
A spectacle, but give us the game. You can sell a season and protect the loop that made the people care enough to complain. You can make a broadcast and still let the humans be the headline. I'm not asking for 7 back, I'm just asking for Tekken back. If Tekken 8 sold the spectacle and Street Fighter sold us the live service, what exactly did Mortal Kombat 1 sell? And what exactly did it cost them? Unfortunately, I believe we're seeing a trend that will continue to grow. Technical games become more of spectacles, broadcast and hype being prioritized over skill level, and the simplification of systems across the board. And that's the scary part. Tekken went from being one of the most technical fighters in the world to joining the modernization arms race. And I believe Tekken 8 is proof of what's to come across the entire industry. The days of the technical fighter is dead. We're in a new era now. An era of flash, an era of broadcast revenues, and an era of where profits is the priority. I didn't make this video to bash the Bandai Namco team.
No, don't worry about it. We bash them. Fuck these bastards. I don't want to hear this shit. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna go now eat something outside. I don't have food here. I want to eat some fucking kebab or something. So, the good old's over and out. See you tomorrow maybe.